Shit. Of course. Come on. Make sure that... I gotta pull that down a little bit. There we go. Come on, Streamerbot. Connect. Oh my god. Why are you broken? Why is it foolish? There we go. Jesus. Streamerbot's gonna give me an aneurysm one day. I'm very, very convinced that it's going to actively give me a fucking aneurysm. A bunch of weird shit that I've been working on. Truthfully. Okay. I have Gatorade. I have Gatorade and energy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. Yay. The check-in time. You've stolen your own kneecaps. Check in for the theft of your own knees. Okay. I'm gonna try and not... Well, today is not really a great deal of a yelling day. What I'm probably gonna do, actually, is I think I'm gonna pull chat up on my phone so I can be sure I see it. No, I'm a fool. I stole my own knees. My Nico knees. Can I see my chat on my cell phone? Yes, I can. Okay, so theoretically, I should be able to see it then if I just have it on my phone over there. Okay. I like when I have chat open on 3 places because I have my OBS open and then I have like Twitch open on my second monitor and then I have it open again on my phone. At this point, if I manage to miss chat, that is just my own fault. Also, let me know if the music is like loud enough or too quiet or what have you. I will go from there. What should I continue working on? This is what I need to get done more than anything. So I think I will go from there. Yeah, we can work on this one for now. Now you may be wondering, hey, what the fuck are we doing? It's like, Well, I can't tell you what this piece of art is for, but it is supposed to be Bunny, as in the character. But I cannot actually tell you what it is for. Hold on, I gotta cover this up so you can't, like, tell that I don't have ears when I should have ears. I always forget that you can just flip the fucking canvas. Ooh. It only does this when I'm on Samsung Flow. It only ever does that when it decides, hey, do you want to have a fucking aneurysm? Okay, so, whoop. Give or take. Okay, get rid of that shit. Yeah, I don't know why Samsung Flow just for some reason decides that it just ain't it. I have more ears, Human and Bunny. I just have all the ears. Something happened today. I hope that it was not terrible. Also, hello, Infinity. Welcome in. If I sound very tired, it's because I am very tired. But for once I actually fucking slept. Fucking hips, ass, ab, and upper back hurts in the muscles. Oh no, he broke his ass. Shit. Infinity, you gotta stop breaking your ass, bro. Don't break your ass. Breaking your ass is a wee bit frowned upon. I hear that it's unpleasant. Don't do that. I didn't do that this time. This time, you say, as in you've done it before. I say as if I don't know that you've done it before. But, alas. I hope the music is like a good volume for everybody. I'm gonna turn it down just a wee bit. Because it looks fine when I'm mixing it. I broke someone this time. Yep, I did it. What did you do? What did you do? And this is fine. We can merge and then start fucking around from here. There is a purpose to this. Tad loud, but okay. Okay, then I'm gonna have it turned down a bit. Ah. Okay. That should be better. I'm trying to adjust it basically in my OBS, and then I'm going from here to adjust it for my own brain, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so like I'm significantly louder. Do I need to say it straight up? My brother in Christ, there's about 2 assumptions I could make here. And they are 2 vastly different assumptions. Okay, I'm also just gonna like crank my gain a wee bit. Hold on, I gotta mute my mic for a second so I can adjust them. There we go. What are those? Well, breaking somebody, as in physically breaking somebody, or breaking somebody, as in breaking a bed frame. That would be where my brain went, personally. But at the same time, who really knows? I need the alpha lock. Where did this go? Don't lock the layer, lock the transparent pixels. Okay, where is my... the spray? Make the line art a normal color. The second one. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Godspeed, man. Okay. Duplicating it a couple times should be enough. And then let's go back to this, and now we get to do the fun part. At least it's fun for me. I really deeply enjoy it. I probably have too much fun with this part, actually, where it's just like, oh hell yeah. I get to like hunt down all of these teeny tiny fucking sketch lines and just fucking erase them, and that's all I get to do. Like, this should not be this fun to me. Like, why is this so much fun? This is what's just super duper chill and relaxed, and I get to tidy up all of this bullshit here. And it's just such a good vibe. My god, 2 hours and 6 rounds. Jesus Christ, man. Take a fucking nap or some shit. Jesus. Fucking... them's lesbian numbers. Now, I'm saying lesbian numbers in the sense of, like, that's like a positive thing towards lesbians. Because if you hear anything about lesbians... they be like that. Hold on, sorry, I was like, why is my chat broken? It's not broken, it's just moving from the top instead of the bottom. It is just technically upside down. But don't think about it, it's fine. What? Why is it dumb? Oh, it's dumb because Samsung Flow makes it dumb. I always forget that I have to be like 20 times more careful whenever I'm streaming my art, because for some fucking reason, setting up the like screen sharing thing for my tablet, like you can kind of see it when I move over certain areas, how the circle just kind of like moves sideways at random. Like, that's kind of fucking nice. My nan's gonna need an IV of Gatorade. Yeah, at that point you may truly just need a fucking IV of Gatorade. I mean, I do for very different reasons, but like, Gatorade fucks, for the record. Okay. I'd have to zoom in so far whenever I'm doing any coloring. Any other bullshit sketch lines? Because we're calling for being a dom, like she used to be a dom, except she is no longer. Ah, so you might have been the bottom bitch. After this, she is no longer nice. Okay, never mind. That's funny. That's funny. In my head, it is infinitely funnier if I picture you as being the bottom bitch, though, which is really funny. I was the top. But that's fair. That's fair. And just one thing though. This is about like my level of comfort with discussing like other people's sex lives. Like I'm not upset. I'm not gonna like time you out or whatever. I'm just like, hey, let's maybe not talk about in-depth sex lives. That's the vibe, right? I will stop now. Thank you. Much appreciate. Happy for you. I ain't gonna read all that. God. I have way too much fun just cleaning up these bullshit sketch lines. But since I'm live, I will finally yap about what I think might be wrong with me. Everything hurts. That's unfortunately very real. So I went to the doctor yesterday. I went to a new doctor because that was the only one that I could get in to see that day. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? And she swabbed the back of my throat. I made this horrifying gagging noise, immediately apologized because I felt so bad because it was kind of disgusting. And off she's like, okay, I'm gonna send this swab off, see if it's like an infection or anything like that. I haven't heard back yet, so it probably isn't an infection because you usually hear back within like a day or so if it's the case here. So there's that. And then she goes, it could be mono, which is fun. And then, against my best judgment, I googled what the common symptoms of mono were, and I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? And I said to the doctor too, I'm like, isn't mono one of those things that like kind of fucks you up? And she's like, oh, it can present differently in like in different cases, different people, and I'm like, Now, the other thing too that I experienced mild panic is like in the same realm of like when a girl experiences like, oh no, my period's late, I must be pregnant even though they like haven't had sex. So there's really no way for them to be pregnant. I was immediately like, but this is the kissing disease and I haven't been like kissing anybody but my boyfriend. My boyfriend doesn't have mono. Like, not panicking because, like, I think my boyfriend cheated on me. No. Panicking because it's like, but what if it seems like I'm cheating? I'm not. But the panic was real for a minute there. But it's like, lo and behold, it may or may not be mono. The doctor wants me to wait a little bit before I go in for blood work. If my symptoms don't subside soonish, basically by next Monday, she wants me to go in and get some blood work done. Because there's apparently like a good amount of time where mono won't actually present properly on a blood test. So they want to wait it out a little bit so that way they can be sure that it'll pop up on the blood test for sure. You know, you'd be sleepwalking and being a boy kisser. Yes, the sleepwalking boy kissing disease. Fuck, I hate when that happens. Mono can also be transferred from parents too. It can, but at the same time, mono is transferred through saliva, and I don't see my folks that often, let alone, transfer saliva. Like, I'm not a real touchy person in real life, at all. And my folks really aren't a huge exception to that. I'm just kind of like, listen, I love you, but I really don't, like, I'm not snuggly most of the time, unless, like, it's somebody that I'm exceedingly close with, and my folks aren't really on that level anymore. It'd be like that. But mono is one of those things. Mono is a herpes kind of disease. So it stays in your body forever. Hey, when you were a kid, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm getting to. So it stays in your body forever, and according to my mother, I was exposed when I was a baby, but I don't think I ever actually got sick and caught mono. So, what I could be experiencing right now could be the finally having it flare up, or my boyfriend has also had mono, so it could have just decided one day to become contagious, and he could have passed it on to me. Both are very plausible options, but either way, I really won't know. The main thing that's hard right now is that I'm sitting here like, I really, really do need, like, a job. I need a job. I need to get, like, employed. I need money. Mostly I just, like, really, really need to start sorting out the financial side of things, because rent and groceries be fucking expensive. So I'm hoping that I can be functional enough soon, But at the same time, I don't really think that it's really gonna make a whole lot of difference because I've applied for over 100 jobs and I've gotten maybe 3 people who have gotten back to me. Maybe. So, that's super duper fun. Not a whole lot I can do about that. C'est la vie, I suppose. I don't fucking know anymore. But that is just simply the job market at the moment. And I can't really be applying for jobs right now because, like, especially if it is mono, I don't want to be making people sick. And then if it isn't mono, then, like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm exhausted all the time. Like, I'm in excruciating pain most of the time. Like, my back and my joints ache like hell right now. The only reason I'm functional is because I found a mostly comfortable position to sit in. And also pain cream. And the thing is, too, is that I'm also kind of, like, raw dogging this because I don't take pain medications if I can help it, because the only pain medication that I can take is Tylenol. And I've already built up a pretty significant tolerance to Tylenol. And according to my doctor, the next step up from Tylenol is fucking opioids, which I'm not real keen on for what should be obvious reasons. So, that's fun. So, I try not to take painkillers if I can help it, and it sucks ass because I have to justify, like, am I in enough pain to risk my Tylenol tolerance going up? But, what can you do? Most of what I'm doing right now is drinking a metric fuckload of Gatorade because I can't stomach most food, especially in the mornings. I have a really hard time eating because everything makes me nauseous and my appetite is just gone. So we're taking it one day at a time right now. Wacky, tell boss what I promised you. What have you sold your soul, Wacky? Okay. Let's resize that. Snurf. Okay. Yoink. Okay. Yoinkus. I'm pretty much just using this as like a color matching because I am, if nothing else, I am very lazy. And I try to keep some degree of consistency. No, I don't think so. Waki has sold his soul to infinity. Waki just doesn't know yet. Wah, wah, wah. The funniest thing about all this is that sometimes I worry that, like, I don't know, somebody who hasn't touched grass in 6 years is going to be upset because I make myself so fucking pale. The thing is that I am truly this pale in real life. Especially in the winter when I sit outside for, like, the first time after it's been really, like, I haven't been outside for, like, a while because winter, and then I come outside once it starts warming up. I'm so fucking white that I glow. I, like, actively, like, it's, like, you know when you look at something really bright and it hurts your eyes? I am that goddamn pale. Like, it hurts to look at my own skin sometimes in, like, the light when it's winter because it's so fucking bright. Like, of all the things that you'd think would be a problem, being so goddamn pale that your skin hurts your eyes is really, really not one of them. But lo and behold. Okay. Yoink. Okay. I love the coloring part. It's so soothing just to be able to just color some stuff in, start laying down flats and shading and have it be all pretty. The vibes are so nice. Okay. Yoink. There. You receive this while your breaks. There's liquid right through and hitting you in the eyes. I'm actually fucking transparent. You don't even know. I'm actually just transparent, and I've been tricking everybody this whole time. I'm not actually white, I am just see-through. Wah, wah, wah. Here we go. I try to keep some degree of consistency with character designs, even though I switch my character design like every 4 fucking seconds. Crisp. And the split dye is also really fun. I think that regardless of what kind of character design I do end up going with, I will probably still keep the split dye. I hate when I bump the fucking opacity button. Cause it sits right down here, right? So it's very common for me to just bump this motherfucker with my hand all the time. And it pisses me off. Because it means that I didn't really notice that everything was at fucking 90% opacity instead of 100. So I have to make sure that my lines are actually colored in. Lo and fucking behold. Yoink. Excuse me. And I may end up going back over the line art later and adding like bows into the hair. But at that point, I was just kind of lazy and I wasn't sure if it was going to be like too much going on. I don't know. I think I just really enjoy how, no matter what has happened, I do really enjoy just how much my character models have changed over time. Like, I do still think that they're relatively recognizable, but you can definitely see very obvious changes, mostly in like hair color, because for the longest time I had this really pretty gradient in the hair, which was hilariously enough the fucking bisexual colors. Which was not purposeful, but was a very happy accident. Bucket. I don't enjoy using the bucket tool as much as just coloring it manually, but sometimes I'm just really fucking lazy. Yoink. Ugh. I have to keep periodically cracking my fucking neck. I'm very happy that my mic does not seem to pick it up, because if you could just periodically hear like this crunching sound, it's like, that's my neck. Zowie. Yoinks. I'm just like, oh man, I really don't enjoy using the bucket tool. Proceeds to just keep fucking using the bucket tool. Which will win, the stubbornness or the tired? Today, it is the tired. Today is very much so the tired that is winning. I'm surprised that it filled the gap so well. Yeah, I'll probably just keep those separated, I think. If I just color it underneath, then I don't have to do nearly as much work. Yoink. Likelihood of having kids in the future is very low, so if you're too tired, but a small chance it happens, the Walkie will get to be Uncle Walkie. I think I vaguely remember you referencing this, and then promptly not thinking that much about it anymore. It's like, Walkie becomes Uncle Walkie. That is funny, though. I fuck with that. Walkie will now be Unc Walkie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. Okay. Pimk. I have, well, since my little cousin is like 4, I definitely have more of like an aunt kind of energy just because of the sheer age difference. But at the same time, it's like, am cousin. But truthfully, I don't see him that often, so it's not really that big of a focus for me. Like, I would like to be involved in his life, but I'm very, very busy at the moment. It is definitely, like, in the plans to be more involved in his life, especially as he gets older, but right now, I can't really handle him. Like, I love him because he's family, but he's really, really loud. And I don't handle that one. What can I be Uncle Bandana? Right! Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. My little cousin is very loud all the time. He's also got a couple questionable things going on. Like, I don't know. They don't talk to him, really, and he's having a really hard time with speech and stuff because of the fact they don't talk to him very often. Like, my uncle works, my aunts stay at home, and my aunt was really bad for just, you know, not talking to him, but also giving him anything that he wanted, so he's gotten really good at just kind of playing her like a fiddle. Which, you know what? Good for him. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I don't know what you guys thought was gonna happen, but they seem to be cracking down on it now. And I'm certainly in no place to judge. Like, I don't have kids. I'm not about to start being fucking judgmental over something like that. Okay. Bucket. I can just notice all of the white little specks the second that I merge a layer down. Sometimes you just gotta have a gentle, polite aneurysm. Mock it. Okay. Ooh. The likelihood of me having kids is also relatively low. It's something my boyfriend and I have talked about, but it's not really something that I'm, like, chomping at the bit for, especially because I don't really know if I'd be a good parent. And I am a very firm believer in, if you're not sure about having kids, you probably shouldn't have them. Like, I don't know, to me that just makes the most sense. Like, why would I have a child if I'm not sure that I'm going to love them? It's not really fair to the kid to do something like that. At least not in my books. Like, if I was to have a child, I would want to make sure that they were wanted and loved. Because anything else just seems unfair. But, I don't know. And also, like, I don't like the idea of giving up, fucking everything in my life for a child, especially because it's not just for 18 years, it's for the rest of your life. Like, you don't just stop being a parent when they turn 18. That's not how that works. I don't know. There's definitely, like, a case included there of me just being, like, young, but at the same time, I don't really think that I'm terribly far off in my thoughts. Here we go. Pink. Yay! Probably should color in the eyebrows. Do the eyebrows end up being one color? Yeah. Because the split dye makes sense for it to not be quite included. So this will just be some brown eyebrows. So that way we know for sure that the pink and split dye is not quite natural. But we will go from there. Almost over 30 to have time, just look at Lucky. God. I mean, you're not wrong. But, yeah. And, like, I'm hardly in a rush, honestly. Like, if I have them, I have them. If I don't, I don't. It's not that big of a deal to me. Like, I don't think it'd be the worst decision ever. And I think that if a child, like, fell into my lap, like, I don't know, something happened to, like, my cousin's parents, and I had to step in and be the adult in the room for whatever unholy reason, sure. Like, you step up, you be a fucking adult. But, like, I don't think I'd go out of my way to purposely have one. It's not at this stage. And also, I have a couple funky little medical conditions that make the idea of giving birth kind of fucking terrifying. So if I was to have a child, I would probably adopt. Because, I'm sorry, the idea of having something grow inside of me for months and then having to give birth on top of that, not considering, like, any of the side effects or risks or what have you, like, just the idea of giving birth and growing a human in me sounds horrifying. So, I'm not terribly interested. He must think I have gray hair. You're bullying Waki. Waki is being so aggressively bullied right now. Okay, let me... I don't like this color, it's too saturated. That's better, I think. Yes. I like this dark color here. And then I will... There we go. Then I will probably add the color into the accessories, not into the main... See, why does it do that? One day, I want to acquire a proper drawing tablet so I don't have to do any of this bullshit. So I can just open the fucking program on my PC like a normal person and then not have to fuck around. But one day. It'll be one day, and that day is unfortunately not today. There we go. Bully him because I love the guy. Real. Are you really friends if you don't bully each other? Get out. I keep forgetting to turn that off. There. Okay, so simple tones on that front. What shall we go with? Hold on, I gotta turn up my brightness, but I don't want to dox myself by accident. There we go. Like, I want to share my brightness so I can see what the fuck I'm doing, but I don't want to accidentally dox myself if a notification comes through on my school email, for example. Should I be an asshole or not? It depends on the context. Like, just in general? Or, I don't know. Are we talking about general assholery? Are we talking about kicking babies? Like, yeah, I need more input. I need more information. An extreme asshole. Again, I require more context. I think that there is a time and a place for being an extreme asshole. Sometimes it is okay. But it really requires more information. Pause. Hello! Welcome in, Holy Darkness. Welcome in. You did unfortunately miss my lovely explanation whether or not I may or may not have mono. Which is super fun, my favorite thing ever. Do I have mono? I might. Do something horrible to you, like plucking out those eyes. See, the beauty of this is that I could, in theory, just zoom in really hard, but then you guys wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing. It could be funny, though. They took my fucking eyes. Do I want silver or do I want gold? God damn it. My fucking eyes! Okay. Hold on, I'm having more Gatorade before I try to do this shit. This is how close I have to get into shit, so that way I can see anything. And if I'm not squinting my eyes, I can't read chat. So... that's not gold enough. Fuck. That's closer? What? I can see the white. This is really fun. Just zoom in so far so I can fucking see anything. Just zoom in. I'm just blind as shit. I love this game. It's called... Where the fuck am I? Can you guys hear the little audio that's supposed to... That's supposed to go off whenever I do that? It's like the... Hey, Pooh, how are you? They took my fucking eyes. Like, it's supposed to go off when that redeem goes off, but I can't hear it on my end because it's not sound alerts. It's, like, in OBS. So I'm not real sure. I think... I have to color so carefully because I'm like, is this in the line? I'm not sure if it's in the line. I think so. Yoink. Okay. This color seems to look good, but I'll have to wait till I can see again. Because when I zoom all the way out, I can't really see what's going on. Oh, there earlier. Yes. But I like the gold and the pink. Like, silver and pink, fine. Shit. Silver and pink is cool, but I think that the gold and pink looks a little bit more, like, decadent. Which I can get behind. I see the white. Oh. Shit. Oh my god. I really wish I could move that shit out of the way. The opacity bar. Okay, I think that's it. Might have to come back later and check, but I think that's all. Okay. Ugh. I did that already. So hard to see what the fuck I'm doing. I think the black looks okay. I might need to make it more of like a dark pink though. Huh? I said it was the lasso tool and I'm like, I think I know that circle. Okay, it is this layer. See, that looks a little bit less jarring. Yeah. The ruffles are gonna be kind of hard to get right. I'm like, can I have my eyes back yet? Keep looking back up being like, can I see? Bunny, got your glasses back! Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. Thank the Lord. I am allowed to see. Okay, let's see how that all came out. Not terribly, but I do think I will redo the gold. And the tones a bit. Meh. Like, it's not bad, it's just there's really nothing super duper fun about it. And I'll try out silver, see if the silver is better instead. Crisp, clean. And I do like the darker ruffles. But I think I might have to make it just a wee bit lighter. Because you can't actually see the lines too well. Ugh. I'm so very sleepy. Despite the fact that I slept like the fucking dead last night. Like, I went down to sleep, and then I woke up briefly, like, in the night, but I was, like, I closed my eyes again, and I was just unconscious, like, within 2 seconds. It was fucking glorious. It does also very clearly indicate that my body is not doing super duper well, because I don't sleep like that. And I thought to myself this morning that I could probably just go back to sleep if I wanted to, but alas, I need to take my antidepressants. I don't really want to go without those. Just a, you know, like a touch frowned upon going without my antidepressants. Like, I mean, I haven't really tried it, but, you know, not real keen. That being said, I do hope this is a trend, because, at least, like, a trend of sleeping in a bit more, because since I messed with my medications, I was waking up at 5 in the fucking morning, which just really isn't conducive to being alive. So if I can just start sleeping till, like, 7, I'm not asking for much, I just want to sleep. If I can sleep till, like, at least 7, I will be happy. I don't know why my body just, like, insists on 4 in the morning being the optimal time to wake up. I do not know why, but alas, body decides that, that right then and there is the best time to fucking wake up. To which I say, absolutely the fuck not. What are we smoking? Go back to bed. I am tired. Yoink. There we go. Okay. Let's fix this. That'd be a wee bit fucked up. Maybe I'll watch Forensic Files and take a nap after this. We'll see if I can nap. But Forensic Files would be the kind of thing that would put me to sleep. Because Forensic Files is... Like, I'm not a huge fan of true crime because of the fact that they don't tend to treat the cases with a great deal of respect. But Forensic Files is just like, this is what happened, here are the facts. Like, Forensic Files has none of that sensationalized bullshit going on. So that's why I can get behind it. Like, I always hear about, like, oh, Forensic Files is so boring. Like, sure, it's more boring than the sensationalized bullshit, but at least we're respecting, like, the people that actually had this shit happen to them. I don't know, that strikes me as a wee bit more important than anything else possibly going on. Okay. So let's try silver. That's better. Yeah, the silver's better than the gold in this case. Sometimes the pink and the silver and the pink and the gold, sometimes it just depends on what shades of what you're using and whether or not the stars have aligned that day correctly. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, unalpha locky shit. And look at me having a consistent color palette. Me? Consistency? Since when? I say as if I'm not, frankly, incredibly consistent as a human. Because I need to be, or else my brain explodes. Like, if I don't have some degree of consistency and, like, constant stuff going on in my life, I will actively lose my mind. New. There. That look cute. That looks cute. The flats are pretty much laid there. Let's just get... this singular earring! I'm just gonna put all the accessory shit on one layer because it'll be easiest. There we go. Doing my emo ass nails. Yay! Okay. Flats are down. Okay. Okay, so the flats are laid. All is well on that front. I'm gonna continue fucking around on this one. Because I am enjoying where this is, but there's a lot of like anatomical bullshit that's pissing me off with this one. So I'm just gonna keep fucking around with it, I think. It is just a head and hands. The liquefy tool is your best friend. Because, you know, angles with arms and shit, but at the same time it's like, how do I make them not look stubby as hell? The answer is we're not real sure. And it's supposed to be like a sitting skirt. Like sitting down cross-legged in the skirt. That's supposed to be what's going on. And it's hard to do, but we're trying to get there. Maybe what I'll do... is I'll make the canvas size even fucking bigger. Then we will add more bullshit ruffles. Yeah, I think more bullshit ruffles is the answer. It's hard because, like, sitting down in a poofy dress is one of those things that there surprisingly aren't a lot of references for. At least not with, like, the ruffles like this that I'm looking for. Though, maybe... if I have it so that way, some of the ruffles are very obviously, like, just plopped downwards. It will look more like somebody's sitting. See, that looks more right. There. That looks more like there's somebody sitting. The only thing that's still kind of goofy is that it feels like the skirt's still too small. Like, no matter what I do, If the skirt is too fucking small. And I've resized the skirt a couple times. Oof. I want a poofy skirt. I want a big puffy skirt. That looks better, I think. Hmm. There we go. Pull the ruffles down a wee bit there. Okay. Time to unfuck this controller a wee bit. Is Waki back yet? I do not think so. I did not know that Waki was like on BRB or anything. Waki's probably lurking. I mean, Waki is employed. So, there's also that to contend with. Bro's got like a whole ass job and everything. Super duper cringe on his end. But, you know, I get it. We all gotta make that bag. This stream of someone I am also a mod for. How fun, how fun. I am certainly not... There's really not a whole lot happening, so there's not really too much to be concerned about. Okay, let's... There we go. Not me using my actual Xbox controller as my art reference here. And red. I keep zoning out while I'm doodling. It's so hard to continue yapping, I find, while I'm doing this. 'Cause I'm just like, man, it's so peaceful. And then I just like zone the fuck out. Because it is in fact very peaceful and my brain just goes really quiet. And oopsie doopsie, all of a sudden it's been 5 minutes. There we go. Would have different controllers, like really old ones for the funnies. That would be really fun. And I could absolutely see that being like definitely super entertaining, but also you do have to realize that means I have to draw all those fucking hands. Like the controllers, that'd be super fun. That'd be super duper fun, but also fucking shit. Like just like oh ha have like a fucking joystick. I have to draw hands again. I hate hands. Like this was I ended up like 6 references deep trying to get these fucking hands right. Layers? Layers? What do you mean? IBs. Sorry, back. Ugh. And also, it is good to see you. I have not seen you in a fat minute. Go follow bees. So same hands, swap out the controllers. Yes, but like with different controllers being shaped differently, I'd have to draw them differently because you hold the different controllers differently, right? Like if it was like compared to like an Xbox controller and like I think it's the GameCube controller, like those like yeah, that makes sense. But if it was to be like a joystick, I would have to readjust like the way the hands are because they're different. Break them so the controllers fit the hands. Yeah, I'm just holding a fucking like I'm holding the Wii remote sideways. It is now whatever I want it to be. Everybody else can just cope. But alas, we have that. It could be funny. So I think I'll keep that as like a extra blurb because that's good. Yes, unironically. Unironically, just fuck it up. Just fuck it right up. I gotta bring the corset up. That's an eraser. There we go. Bring the corset back up here. Booba. Okay, I want to get rid of this extra bullshit here. Ugh, gross. Do a mouse and keyboard with the same hand pose. Actually, that could also be really fucking funny. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna name them because it's easier. How would I even do a mouse and keyboard? Hold on. I have to do it in red or else I have an aneurysm. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Batman. Yeah, hell, Batman. God, my brain is so fucking fried. I am so sleepy, and yet I cannot nap unless I am actively dying, which might be soon. Holding the keyboard like it's fucking... like I'm playing fucking Guitar Hero. No, hold on. This way does not quite make sense. Perfection. For when I'm playing on my mouse and keyboard versus when I'm playing with controller. I love my screen sharing app. It goofs everything all the time. See, like, I'm not curving my cursor there. Mouse and keyb. 10 out of 10. Mouse keyb. Hold on. I don't know why those fucking lines are there. They need to piss off. Perfection. Now I have to draw all the fucking keys. Which is the annoying bit. But it will be funny. Must do it for the funnies. Must do it for the bit. Must do it for the energy. Here we go. Me immediately forgetting what the fuck a keyboard looks like. Fine, I'll draw it all fucking manually. I love cubes. I love squares. I love drawing squares. I love drawing squares so much. I fucking love squares. I like why I said it like it was a question. Like, I love squares. Yeah, that looks like a keyboard. I can get away with that. What kind of retro game controllers should there be? Keyboard. The thing is that I don't play a lot of them. I have gone through the ringer. My brother in Christ, you've already been through the ringer, I thought. Well, don't die. We are adding a bunch of goofy shit. Okay, we have a mouse and a keyboard. Do I want to have an akimbo keyboard alt? I don't even know what that is. Hold on. Akimbo keyboard. Dual wheel. Oh, it's the two. It's like the split up keyboards, right? Like the ones that are like two pieces of keyboard, so that way you can like split it out. You're a pro PC gamer. Pro gamer. I'm just holding 2 keyboards in my hands. It looks like I just broke the damn thing. Mouse and keyboard. M and K because I'm fucking lazy. How would I even do that? I'm not doing anything smart, just 2 normal keyboards. Like a Kimbo slice. When I googled a Kimbo keyboard, I got pictures of a mouse, so I was like, what the fuck is that? How would I draw that? Split keyboard. The ergonomic split keyboards. Ah, they're very fucky-wucky looking. I'm just kind of trying to guess based off of a picture that I found here. I'm pro gamer. Pro gamer with my split keyboard. It is not broken. It is supposed to be like that. Why? Thank you, CSP, for periodically just having a fucking aneurysm. I do really appreciate the autosave feature, but man, if it doesn't make me have an aneurysm. Okay. So the shift key is about here. And that one's there. A really long one there. And then small keys. I mod for you and Tennis Chambers. They're getting bot rated, but I kind of bought out of a scene before we're scrambling to make things go back to working. Yes, bot raids. I have been very lucky in the sense that I've never actually had a significant problem with bot raids. Sub-only and follow-only chat is your best friend in times like those, from what I've heard. But I'm very happy to say that I've never had that fucking happen. Because, Jesus Christ, that shit gets really annoying. And it's just kind of bullshit because there's a really good chance that it makes the streamer look really bad. Like, it's just a clusterfuck. Especially if you have, like, a shit ton of, like, bot followers that hit at the same time, you can get in, like, legitimate trouble for that. And nobody wants that. Okay. There we go. Just let me erase. Samsung Flow, you silly goofy goober. God damn it. I like how just like a section of my tablet just stops fucking working. It's like, oh, why don't you just like hardwire it in? Because it doesn't want to let me. I have tried using a game capture. I have tried using, like, I have like a physical capture card. Like, I've tried. I don't know why. It doesn't want to work. I've never been able to get it to fucking work. I had my boyfriend try and help me. He could not figure out the capture card either. It is simply a clusterfuck. Okay. Erase, 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 erase. Cleaning up all the little lines and stuff like this will never fail to be deeply satisfying to me. It will be crisp, it will be clean. I will get rid of all the cubes that I was drawing painstakingly. Pro gamer moment. It looks very tiny, but we're just gonna call it what it is, because I don't really care. How would I put like an Atari joystick in there. Want the Atari joystick. What does that look like? Okay, it does look how I imagined. So how would I break this? I'm pro gamer. Joystick. Very small joystick. What's even the point of bot raids, I wonder? Like, is it just supposed to, like, get a streamer in trouble? Because it's not really gonna do anything for the bot makers, right? I don't think it does. What's the point, I wonder? Okay. So we'll do that. Okay, there's a button in the back. I think that's it. There we go. What kind of end plug did it have? It doesn't really need to be that detailed as long as I just have the gist of it. Good enough. Success. So it's 1,700 viewers that appear nowhere without there being a raid. Other one got a bot raid of 2,900 without a raid. Control with Daddy Twitch. Yeah, that's also gonna be a bitch to clear out too, because you're gonna have to go back and clear out all of those bot followers, else like it can genuinely get you in a significant amount of trouble, which is gonna be the biggest pain in the ass. So I do not envy them, and I hope that that works out for them, because fuck, that sounds like an annoying pain in the ass. Okay. Now the other thing that I want to do is a wee bit of a cheat, because I'm lazy. I'm gonna steal this one. Export, save, save. Close canvas. Maybe make the bots look more legit and not just following the people that paid for them. Maybe? Maybe, yeah, I could see that. Or maybe there could also be like a bigger thing of like if you're harassing certain channels, then you can get them taken down or then get them like, I don't know. Something easy to hack. I see that that's like a pretty common thing that you see a lot. Like with bigger YouTube channels get targeted for hacks a lot, so that way they can make them into like, I don't know, fucking crypto selling bullshit. So they can just steal your 600k or whatever and just like slug their crypto. That happened to a news style channel that I was watching a while ago, and I'm just like, oh fuck, that sucks. Okay, put that right there. I do not want to extract the lines. Okay. The floating tablet does look kind of dumb. What'd you think of the stream yesterday? I thought it was lovely. I did end up lurking for a good amount of it, so I can't say that I saw a lot of it, because I definitely went upstairs and, like, zoned the fuck out and curled up in bed for a while. But from what I did see, it was a vibe. I was into the energy. Maybe I'll just... just floating in a patch. A huge thing crashed on the midway of the stream. Okay, that much I did not see. That much I will admit I did not see. Because I was definitely taking a nap. But it does sound really fucking funny. I love just using CSP flowers. Because then all I have to do is just trace over the roses, and I get more accurate roses than I could draw on my own. Especially because, like, fuck, roses are complicated to draw. Didn't really even have to do anything. Like, ta-da, rose. Sometimes I think stream is a good place to have a crash out. So if nothing else, it is content. Mild TMI, but I think it's funny. I had a really significant crash out I think like about half a year ago, actually. I switched when I was taking my meds, and then towards the end of stream, I think I started talking about, like, how I definitely wasn't going to heaven. Because my meds truly just had me that fucked up. Excuse me. Like, I'm obviously doing a little bit better now, but man, that was a time. And definitely freaked myself out in hindsight, because I was like, what the fuck was I on about? Like, I looked at this at the stream later, and I was like, what the fuck? Huh? And that, kids, is why you should be very careful about when exactly you take your antidepressants, because it does actually matter. So, that's fun. I mean, you live and you learn, for fucking sure there. But, ooh, That was a choice. And if I was a worse person, I would have made it into content. But I was busy losing my mind for like a good solid 2 weeks, I think, so I was a little bit busy. Couldn't really be bothered to make a whole lot of content about it, because I was just like, I'm dying. Yeah, this looks good. I'll have it so it's like floating in the middle of some roses or something. Make it look a little bit more normal. There's like a little rose patch that's holding my tablet up for me. I don't know, something cute. Some cute little vibes. I kicked in game a horribly irritated motherfucking knockoff Walmart bin version of Pinhead. It looked like you asked your mom to buy Hellraiser so you could see Pinhead and said you have Pinhead at home. I forget what I said to Majima when I was playing Yakuza on Tuesday, but it was definitely along very similar lines. Yakuza is a great game to lose your fucking mind to. Which is kind of the whole reason I started, like, I had it in the first place. Was because I heard that Yakuza was really, really good, and, like, fighting games are really good for dealing with, like, anger and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Can't really hurt anything. So I acquired the game, and off we went. Sometimes you just have to crash out in order to complete the level. Sometimes it is honest to God a requirement in order to get through one of those fucking levels that the game is so difficult about. It's like, could we just, like, calm down and maybe just be half decent? It pisses me off when the game is like, oh, do you want to move into easy mode, huh? Move into easy mode, you little bitch? Like, shut up! I understand that I suck at the game, but I don't want to fucking have the game on top of that patronize my ass, being like, do you want to move into easy mode for this? It's like, no, I do not. Sarah's just a bitch to fight in Yakuza. Objectively, the hardest battle I think I had. Now, I look back on my time playing Yakuza 0, and I think to myself, man, the game probably would have been a lot easier if I had, like, any fucking items, because I realized that I really wasn't playing the game with a lot of items. Like, heals, yes, but I mean, like, equipment and gear and shit. Like, I really just wasn't using them. I just didn't have them. So, the game might have been a little bit easier if I had just had some fucking items. But you live and you learn. It's fine. Itchy. Yoink. Also, I got to have a PB and burger, is what we called it, which is just a peanut butter jelly sandwich with burger buns. My boyfriend got home from work because he works, like, he goes into the office on occasion, but only like twice a week, and he works from home the rest of the time. So he got home from his meeting in the office, and he comes back, he's like, do you want a PB and burg? What the fuck? The fuck is a PB and burg? But I had not eaten that day, so I hadn't eaten anything more today. There we go. Oh, itchy. Not itchy, back hurty. Okay. So in that case, what I'm gonna do is just snip that out. Okay, so snip that out, and then just hide them for now. Why is my eraser so fucking big? Okay. Teeny tiny. Pop. Jesus. Ah. Sounds my bones should not be making. Okay. Let's switch back to the coloring on this one. We'll see if we can get that one done. Because that would be super convenient to get that one done. Okay, let's... Why is it fucked up? There you go. There we go. Color! There we go. Add a wee bit of color into the face. Shiny! Crisp. There we go. Okay. Just add a wee bit of shadow around the ruffles. I love when the shading just kind of does whatever the fuck it wants. There. Actually, no. You wouldn't be holding your hands up that close. Okay, so that's there. Okay. How is it brighter? There we go. God, why? Just give me a crisp line, god damn it. Why, it's made of dumb. Like, it's like, ah yes, I must use the biggest possible shading. Like, the biggest possible fucking brush for whatever detail work I'm doing. See, why? I didn't do that! Samsung fool, why must you be dumb? One day I will own a real drawing tablet. I will not have these problems. But that day is not today, and for now I just have to fucking deal with my casting software being absolutely fucking incapable of doing one job. There. Oh. 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 Hello, Lob. Lobtob. Lobtobe. Lobtob. Lobtob is funnier, so that's probably what I'm gonna go with. Okay, let's give us that one. And then down the opacity. Okay, so this one's gonna be the funky one. Probably just do like a dark pink, I think, for the whole thing. And then if it doesn't work, we'll go from there. Ugh. Crunch. It will make sense. God damn it, it will make sense. It will make sense at some point. Crunch. I love just crunching my fucking neck. It definitely does not make me concerned. Ah! For my health at all. So I can't, like, flip my, fucking, like, screen around. So the way that I actually have my screen set up right now is backwards. And I have to hold on to it so that way it doesn't just, like, drop down on itself, which is really, really fucking annoying. But what the fuck am I gonna do about it? So I just kind of have to let it do its thing. There we go. Managed to fucking miss a spot. I love these are like totally different fucking colors when they're on different bases. There. Crunch. Did I get all the spots on this one? I think so. Nope. There. So I've seen a bunch of like art fight stuff starting to pop up as this next month is the month where it actually hits and stuff like that. I never actually participated in art fight. And if I had the time and the passion mostly, I could definitely see myself joining it. But I have neither. Like, art fight does sound really fun, but also I'm tired just thinking about doing it. There we go. See, it makes sense. This one side's brown, one side's pink. It works. The shading makes sense. Racer! But Art Fight does certainly seem very neat. But it strikes me the same way that Inktober does, in the sense that it's just a lot of fucking work. Like, sweet Jesus. Like, I'm sure it's very fun. Sorry, that was a weird mouth noise. Like, I'm sure it's very fun, but also shit. Sounds exhausting. There we go. I have to take the highlights off of where the shadows could sit. Okay. Here we go. The highlights of the hair are the most fun part to be doing. They have no business being this fucking fun. There we go. Okay, then I like the glow layer. Because there's add and there's add to glow. And I think the glow layer is more fun. But we will have to see, actually. Yeah, the glow layer is cooler. Shiny! I'm just now realizing the head's really fucking big. Oh well! We just gonna have to cope. Okay. Then we want another spray. Ta-da! Have that in the ears there. Let's grab the blend again. There. Smooth that bitch out. Okay. Okay. So, that's pretty much all I needed from that one. Alas. Back to the project that I was avoiding. Back to this fucking thing. Memory usage is increasing. Listen, it's because I have 17 billion fucking layers. You just kind of have to cope. Okay, I feel like that's better. Yes. I'm not sure how many pieces I'm supposed to cut this into, so I've just been cutting it into like a bajillion pieces, because that seemed like the right answer. Yeah, okay, I like that better. But I like that best. So let's get that hoe desaturated. There we go. That looks better now that it's got some fucking desaturation. Come on. You really do just need to desaturate it. It's kind of all it is. That's good. So I needed it to look different enough from the clothes because the pink was too similar. There. Okay, that looks better. But we were definitely getting places with the actual color palette, which I can appreciate. Okay. So this is the fun part. There we go. Where I was thinking about doing something a little bit different. And it definitely isn't just because I don't want to draw the eyes. Definitely not. How the fuck do you see? Maybe the lace would be better. I have the concept of a plan. It's very much so just a concept. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna try it on my other thing that I was working. Your project has been saved. Yes, thank you. Okay, so what do I have to do? Not that big. There, mouth. So eyes should sit about here. Ish. Proportions! Okay. Just put creepy fucking buttons. That's funny, I fuck with that. Weird. Why do I kind of fuck with it? We're not allowed to have a fucking core line energy. Even if it is kind of cool. Because congratulations, you could just be a fucking China doll, that'd be cool. But no. Just put some fucking buildings. I don't have buildings for eyes. Nice. Anyway. Well, I can leave it there, and then I can add the hair. And then we can go from there. Because for ease sake, I do enjoy the idea of not having to draw the hair. And the other option is that I can also just put the fucking ears in front of the face, which would be really funny. Okay, I need regular pen back, please. Okay, I have to look up I have to look up some various different hairstyles. Because what I've basically been what I've been doing for all of this is I've been heavily referencing Gothic Lolita fashion because I've kind of always wanted to dress that way, but money. So if I could have the hair be on the same wavelength, in the same style, that would be fun. The only problem is that a lot of it is on the childish end, which is adorable, but I don't want to have to deal with people who are like, herder, pigtails, handlebars. Like, I don't want to fucking deal with that. People are gross. So, if I could find like a cute hairstyle that's not a pain in my ass to draw and won't have people be weird, then cool. But we will see. Because a lot of it is definitely like big curls, though I do like the hime cut that's kind of going on here. Maybe we'll test out that. Because it sits pretty much just like that. And then it sits just beneath the chin there. There. Okay, so then you have a good amount of the hair that just kind of hangs out down here, like so. There we go. There. And see, that's kind of cute. Let's see if I can... Here we go. Okay, so it definitely does sit, like, definitely just beneath the jawline there. Okay, this is... God. Okay, so... So it does definitely, when it's cut right, I guess, you do definitely see that sort of arc in the bangs there. Erase the fucking line! Thank you. Okay. Bangs. There we go. That's the angle that I want. Okay. When the fucking drawing program is pissing you off so bad, you just spin it upside down. See, what throws me off is that it really seems like in a lot of these hairstyles, it seems like the bangs just kind of just go straight over. Like there's no like real clear line in the bangs. It's basically just this. That makes more sense to me for what's going on there. There we go. Get that shit sorted. That's kind of cute though. Okay, I have to get rid of this. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And you can't really be like, oh, how the fuck does she see? The lace is see-through, you just can't see the eyes, so I didn't want to draw them. Yeah, let's clean that. This pisses me off. Okay. Now, what sort of funky little hair thing do I want to... What hair accessories shall we have? Hmm... It's definitely a lot of, like, uh, hair bows and, like, bonnets. I don't like the bonnet quite as much. So I think I'm gonna go for the little hairband. The hairbands are very thick because it's very, like, full of ruffles and stuff, which I'm gonna add. That's gonna just be the base of the headband. Okay. So what I'm probably gonna do is... No, maybe this can do a second layer, and then I'll smush it down. No. Okay. I'm trying to pick a place to start on the ruffles. I should have drawn that on a new layer. There. Ruffles. How many ruffles can I possibly get into this art piece before I have an actual fucking aneurysm? Ah! I'm going to die. Hello! Thank you for the raid, Koku! Oh my god! You caught me on a lovely day where I'm pretty sure I have mono. Hello. We are drawing. Ta-da! Shinies. Also, hi! Thank you so much for the raid, Goku. Yes, hello, I'm Raider. Hello? Hello, hello? Hello? Anyways, hi! Thanks so much for the raid.
The bunny cult grows.
The bunny cult grows. Thank you for the follow. Oh, so I'm Very Bunny. I'm a variety streamer. I do... what the fuck do I do with my time? I do Yakuza streams, I do Cult of the Lamb, there's a bunch of Minecraft stuff that we're currently working on. I do streams with some of my friends, but overall, I'm a general variety streamer. I'm currently working on about 4 different projects at the moment. All of them are just personal nonsense, and we're having a good time. Currently, I'm trying to figure out how hair works. So, we're going from there. I'm certainly not a professional artist. I'm not gonna claim to be, but, you know, ruffles! I like ruffles. Ruffles are fun. We also have about 16 different controllers, which are really fun. Which somebody suggested, where we have like the pro gamer controller, the Atari joystick, just a keyboard and mouse, and then the classic, just regular Xbox controller. So I've got a bunch of different controllers. Somebody was like, "Oh, just break the controllers till it fits the hands. Don't draw the hands again." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's a good idea." Shit. I didn't even think about that. How to hair is difficult. How to hair is very difficult. We are currently, how to ruffles, which is not the worst, admittedly, but definitely just more like a lot of work than anything. Because then you have to be like, how did those work? Draw me like one of your French girls. Draw me like one of your French girls. Hold on, actually. What would be funny, and it gives me a second to just have like a complete brain dead moment, is I love Goku, I love your profile picture right now. No, silence. Where is... I require a picture of your model. There it is. Snatched. My tablet is at 20%. We're not gonna talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it. We ain't gotta talk about it. Sometimes it just ain't none of my fucking business. Hashtag art LMAO. That fucks. Also, you have just like a very good model. In the least weird way possible, your model is hot. Which, you know, like, I imagine was the point in the first place. But, you know, alas. Yoink. 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 Ah. When you start drawing, just promptly fuck up the first, like, 6 lines. Stop, I'm blushing. No, but it fucking works, though. Every time I open your stream, I'm just like, I'm looking respectfully. I am looking respectfully. Looking respectful. Much respect. Make small. Maybe not that small. You would have the jet. That's the whole point, is it not? See, and the thing is that you can't do that to me, and it's funny as fuck as to why you can't do that to me. You can do it to me when I'm a VTuber, sure. You can't do it to me when I'm a bunny, because then it makes you the weird one. Because now you're a furry. And my bunny isn't even, like, a furry, it's just a bunny. So if anybody's just like, oh man, you have, like, a hot VTuber, you're just weird for that. And it's great! You can look non-respectfully. You can just, you know... Listen, my boyfriend's girlfriend is in here. You can't... Listen, my boyfriend's girlfriend is here. You can't not the bunny stare. If you look at the bunny like that, that is a you problem. God, I am in pain. Wait, what? It's this funny meme where it's like, be careful what you post, my boyfriend's girlfriend is on here, as in like, the boyfriend's girlfriend, as in me. I am the boyfriend's girlfriend. I am in a jar. Fuck. Hold on, I forgot to jar myself. There, trap. There we go. I am trapped in the jar. Infinity made the jar. He is very proud of his jar. Boss, into jail, boss. Into the horny jail you go. Into horny. The funny thing is that I don't think I'll ever actually be able to figure out how to draw chests like a normal fucking human being. Only honey can be in bear jaw. It is now bunny flavored honey. It's very berry honey. Which is funny because I play Love Nikki like religiously. And that is in fact the name of my guild in Love Nikki that I run. It is not a very popular guild, but it is still around nonetheless. Because, you know, vibes. What pose should we be going for here? Vibes. Internally, I'm just sitting here like, you know, you probably should just, like, leave it as a sketch and go from there. And I'm like, no, I must commit. You don't understand. I must be committed to the bit. Cuckoo said, draw me like one of your French girls, and I'm here to please, if nothing else. Now, does it look like a clusterfuck at the moment? Yeah, don't look at that. My boyfriend's girlfriend is non-existing. God. This is how I sketch, for the record. There's a couple things wrong with me. I don't want to talk about it. There's a lot happening right now. Don't think about it too hard, it's fine. He's trying to draw fucking, like, legs crossed, just ain't shit. Why are the legs so short? Okay, scoot that up, make it tiny. Scoot that up. Grab this shit. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Legs! Don't think that's easy. Insert, like, the fucking Staples noise of, like... That's because the first one doesn't exist either. My boyfriend, girlfriend. Yoink. Yoink, yoink. Sometimes you just gotta lose your mind a little bit for the art to really be arting. The art be arting, you gotta understand. Internally, I'm like, how the fuck do crossed legs work? How do they work? We love short-stacked queens. Listen, the legs are just like half the size of the rest of the body. Don't think about it. Don't ask questions. Don't think too hard. That ain't none of my business. It's fine. Okay. I call this the... Fuck it. We're doing it the other way. Does this make any goddamn sense? Kind of. I can send you reference photos. No, see, the point is that I'm doing this just out of my fucking brain because that's the fun part. You gotta understand that sometimes you just gotta be vaguely fucking unhinged. And I don't get to be unhinged as often as I'd like to be. Whenever I'm just... Let's get rid of the third leg. I don't get to be as unhinged as I'd like to be sometimes. Because sometimes the vibes just don't quite work. We do use multiple layers in this house. Even though Samsung Float is sometimes just very dumb. Because I'm using Samsung Flow off of a tablet. Like off of my fucking Samsung tablet to draw. Which, I don't think there's anything wrong with that on its own. But it definitely does have a tendency to, like, you know, piss me off a little bit more than it should. Unhinged is godly. Sometimes you just gotta do some dumb shit. Sometimes you just have to do some exceedingly dumb shit. And at the end of the day, I've been meaning to do more bullshit sketches, so this brings me joy. So if I can plunk my candy ass down and just draw Koku on a throne, that works for me. I can just do that. Why not? I could just be drawing people pregnant all day. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nothing. I have to make myself less small. Put the bunny back to where the bunny's supposed to go. And also, draw more loose sketches that aren't that deep. That's the one thing that I'm really, really bad for, is just, like, I'm such a violent perfectionist, especially whenever I'm drawing. It's like, but this line isn't perfect. I must draw it the next 16 fucking times until it is perfect. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be, though. And we are working on the no, it doesn't have to be. Still. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. It would just take a fat fucking minute. And I love when also your brain just, like, hands you an idea and goes, here, have fun. So you basically just get to just make what your brain went, here, this would be cool. Doing a million times better than I ever do. I highly doubt it, but I appreciate the sentiment. Sometimes brain just gotta go burr. And also, I need a break from the shit that I've been doing, so I'm just like, please give me something else to do. Please. I need to take a break from the bullshit. Okay, so we're not gonna see that other leg in the back there. Fuck-ass chair. Tis very fuck-ass chair. But you know what? Big throne. Big throne, fuck-ass chair. Stop opening bullshit! I know it's, like, in my settings. I just have to turn it off. There. I love this game called How Many Lines Can I Possibly Get? The answer is usually just yes. How many lines can you have? Yes, all of them. I can have all of the lines. Yeah, let's try and clean that shit up just a wee bit. Not too much, because I will be here forever if I do. But, you know, we can just have a good time. And I can crack my neck and be happy that my mic is not so sensitive that it picks up the cracks of my neck. And my favorite thing about any of stuff like this is that you can cover up any, like, absolute bullshit with clothes. So you don't actually have to see whatever bullshit I'm doing. Because if I just cover it up with, like, clothes, you're never gonna know what bullshit anatomy I'm doing. Like that piece that I was working on with the girl sitting down in the skirt. You don't know what her fucking legs look like. Because you don't need to know what her legs look like. What her legs look like is none of your business. It is for me to know and for you to never know. Wiggle! Tonka. Come on. My tablet does this thing whenever I'm streaming my art, is that it just has a fucking aneurysm for certain parts of the screen. And it's like, yeah, cool, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I didn't need to be drawing in that one specific part of the screen anyway, it's fine. How do thighs work? Okay, well, for one, it would not be that far. There. That is a lot better. See, I'm erasing, and it's not doing anything. And then when I do that, please hide my global C. I will hide the global C, do not worry. We'll hide the OC. My boyfriend and I, our brains are broken. Because whenever you see, like, the words, like, citrusy scent, he'll show me a picture of it, and we both just go, citrusy? Because neither of us, like, touch grass on a regular basis, so we're both just like, citrusy. Instead of, like, citrusy smell, it's citrusy. Because there's just something fucking wrong with us. That looks better. Oh, ow, my back. But yes, in fun news, so we're not sure if I have mono or not. I went to the doctor yesterday because I was like, hey, doctor, so I've been, like, dying for the past couple weeks. Could you perchance tell me why it feels like I'm fucking dying? I know she is thick McRunfast. Everybody will be thick McRunfast. You will get the power of thick McRunfast. The power of thick speed. There. Come on, give me that. God. But yes, I went to the doctor. I'm like, hey doctor, I feel like I'm dying. And she's like, okay. And she looked in my mouth, swabbed my throat. I made the most horrifying sound. I immediately apologized because I felt so bad. It was just this god-awful mouth sound. And then she's like, well, if you still feel like you're dying by Monday, go in for blood work, because that's how they check for mono. And then I guess we will find out if I am dying. Some people don't get what I mean by that. I mean, to be fair, I didn't get it until Brandy explained it. We must add the booty. Must add the booty. The booty's important. Okay? You gotta understand that the booty's important. God. You gotta make sure the booty is normal. Well, not normal. Gotta make sure the booty is accurate. Biblically accurate booty. Crunch. I think I might have to bring the chair in. Yeah, there we go. Clean. I'm sitting here like, I need to make sure that I'm talking on stream, but also I'm suddenly so very fixated. And it's so hard for me to remember consistently to make sure that I'm still yapping. That ass fat. That's the point. If the booty is not fat, what the fuck is the point even? What is even the point? If the ass is not fat as fuck. If the booty is not fat as fuck. What is the point? What is the point? Did I draw the arms on the chair? Yes, I did. Shit. Well. The wrong layer curse. My least favorite thing. And can I do anything about it? Nope. So we just gonna have to cope. Ugh. Okay, so it's a solid middle part. And then the curls. God, get out. Booty and fat will hurt when you sit on anything not soft as heck. Exactly. Gotta have some cushion because seats are getting really cheap, especially on the bus. You want to make sure that like your ass can handle the shitty plastic chairs. You gotta make sure that the ass can handle those god-awful chairs. Can I please just draw on that section of the freaking thing? There. Y'all can sit on my lap instead. Exactly. The thighs make one of the best headrests. The best headrests, the best ear warmers. My boyfriend gets visibly excited, like a golden retriever, whenever I just kind of like sit down and then just like pat my thighs. He gets very, very excited. But you know what? I get it. I get it. I get the vibes. Alright, now we have the fun part called how the fuck do I draw boobs? How do boobs work? This is my boobs are my kryptonite because I don't know how boobs are supposed to work. I just kind of like pray to God that they look mostly normal and then we go from there. Then we call it good enough. Ear warmers, exactly. They are. Sometimes you just gotta have like some really good ear warmers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just really fucking cold out. You know? Pretty sure this is not how boobs work. We back to doing that one layer shit. Because I just cannot be bothered to keep track of where my layers are. So I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? So technically, it should sit like that. And then we'll leave that there.
The bunny cult grows.
The bunny cult grows. I really enjoy having the anonymous thing now because so I can't see most of my like text stuff a lot of the time. Excuse me. Like I have a hard time actually catching like the text and then catching like what the name is and stuff like that. And you know, pronunciation on top of everything else. So I was just like, you know, what if I just decided this ain't shit and just made it all anonymous so that way then people don't have to worry about being like called out or whatever if they don't want to be. And it has worked wonderfully because now I don't have to worry. And I still get to see people's really cool ass usernames if they do that. Nobody gets called out. Everybody wins. Basically. Everybody wins. All is well. Okay, so let's try and make this a little bit more recognizable. Mostly just as like something that makes some fucking sense. There's a really good chance that I won't draw the face purely because of the fact that I just like really don't want to. Because how do work? How does this work? Why do face? How do eyes? Proportions? Fuck out of here. Why do proportions? Proportions are just really confusing for no reason whatsoever. Yoink. There. It looks good enough, and I'm gonna call it good enough. I'm just gonna call it boob and call it a day. It is a boob, obviously. It's kind of hard to tell that it's like it's kind of hard to not be able to tell that it's a boob. So, frankly, I don't see the issue. We all know what it is. If we all know what it is, then I don't have to clarify it. Exactly, booba. The booba. I'm back in the fucking jar again! Yoink. Don't have face, man. That has a little silly smiley face. You right, you right. You right, shit. I didn't even think about that. I usually have like a goofy little smiley face as a placeholder for the actual face. Just that way I can keep like, where should the hair go? As proportions and stuff like that. We'll have Animal Crossing hands, because I'm sure as fuck not drawing those either. And honestly, it's kind of a vibe. The energy is still there, and that is what matters. It's still very readable as to what it is. And they're cute little Animal Crossing hands. So how could you hate Animal Crossing hands? Hell yeah! Perfect. Me making sure I get all the details from Koku's model. And it attaches up here. There. So we got that. That's there. There. The wee me hands if hands are too hard. Exactly, they're just like little stubbies. Hands are hard, and I drew a bunch of hands really recently, and I'm still tired. So frankly, I just think that I just won't do it. That looks really sus. That looks a lot less sus. And then I think there are leg tattoos. Little sausage fingers. So they come up past the knee. So it's definitely like some little flames there. I'll stick another one there so it's kind of clear what's going on. The proportions are fucked, but it's a vibe. I think it's adorable, and that's what matters. Green. Joyous. I fuck with that. That was a lovely break. Oh my god. Ooh. And now I can close all of these fucking tabs I had open. Ta-da! And now I can get back. What? Oh, the music just shifted again. I can now go back to continuing to lose my fucking mind. I'm glad you like it, though. Shit. I'm not choosing the right color. I'll probably just put, like, the band in between, so it's really easy to read what the fuck is actually supposed to be going on. Okay. Come on. Gib. I'm just asking for a straight line. There. Thank you, Samsung, for always having an aneurysm when it is least convenient for me. If your tech isn't periodically having its last leg. What am I talking about? If your tech isn't always on its last leg, what are you even doing? If she's not fighting for her life, have you really used your tablet? If your PC isn't at 100% memory, are you really like using it to its full potential? You gotta make sure you use the whole PC. Okay. That's cute. Fucking shoulders. Can my shoulders please just go back to where they're supposed to be? No. I must experience pain. Okay. So, make sure I'm on the right layer before I start drawing again. Come on. Give. Come on. Clean. Must make sure all the lines are clean. There. Come on. Crisp. God. I really do gotta get a better setup for this. But in order to get a better setup, I need to have money. In order to get money, I need to have a job. In order to get a job, I need to A, get hired, and B, stop having fucking mono. Because assuming that I do possibly have mono, it's kind of super duper contagious, so I can't really justify applying for jobs and going out and doing shit right now. Because if this is what it is, and the symptoms do match pretty well, then I don't really want to risk making everybody else sick. And then, like, can I work at all if I'm sick? That's the other question. And the answer to that might just be no. Because I am exhausted all the time right now. So, we will have to see. I'm very lucky in the sense that I don't really have to work. Because my boyfriend can care for both of us on his salary, and I do have some money saved up. So I don't really have to worry too much. But I would still prefer to be contributing. But, yeah. There we go. See, that's adorable. I can get behind that. Okay. I think that here is actually a very good spot to stop. Clunk. So, I think that's pretty solid, actually. My tablet's, like, on its she's gonna die soon. So, let us... Where did art go? Okay, click that thing off. And we can close those. And my tablet can actually turn off so I can charge it. There we go. Okay. Oh, God, I'm so very tired. Ugh. Okay. Wondrous. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I will be live tomorrow, assuming that I don't feel worse. I'm taking it day by day at this point. So assuming I don't feel worse, we're gonna be doing, I think it's me and Blysa are planning on doing Called the Lamb actually tomorrow. So that could be super duper fun. It's gonna be a lot of noise. Because both of us are just like vague panic. So that'll be a grand old time. But everybody have a lovely day. And I will tell you if it has actually happened. Let me know in the Discord, and we will go from there. But thank you for the well wishes. I hope to catch you live sometime soon, Koku. And let's see who's around to raid. As always, let's be on our worst behavior. See who's around. So, bye-bye.
What